Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, as for somebody who lives across the pond, did the accent give it away, by the way? Let me know. I am finding the build up to the next US election captivating, interesting, exciting. So much is going on, and we have to talk about the trending story right now. I'm sure you've all seen it. It is being spoken about everywhere, and that is Trump's recent rally in the Bronx. Huge, huge turnout, and this has left the leftist liberal media outraged, frustrated, because A, they never expected something like this, and B, it just shows people are fed up of what's going on. And AOC, someone from what I see, just seems to look constantly outraged. Is she ever happy about anything? Who knows? She has been left absolutely humiliated, embarrassed after this rally. Thousands turned up. This sort of turnout for Trump in a place that's supposed to be blue, deep blue, yeah, it's not looking good. And by the way, they are not happy with her. We're going to get into some amazing footage in a bit, but AOC, in the build up to this rally, boy was she trash talking. Jeff Colton, an NYC political reporter, posts on X, Crotona Park is going to be a muddy mess tonight for the Trump rally. AOC then responds with, God is good. I mean, get a grip. And the social media response to her, oh my word, I wouldn't be looking at this if I was her. The rain has stopped, the turnout will be huge. If you did a rally, you wouldn't draw 50 people. Candace Owens comes in and says, God is good because it's going to rain on Americans. You hate Trump so much, you want people that don't hate him to suffer. Hey look man, it just seems like people like AOC and others are a little bit agitated. You know, they're on edge because reality now is setting in. You know, the delusion perhaps is slowly starting to go away. It's never going to go away with these people, but they're starting to realize Trump has a big, big chance of winning in November. He is gaining more and more voters who are simply tired of Biden. They've seen what his administration have done, and they don't want any more of it. He is gaining more black voters and others from different backgrounds, which is huge. And this is a vote that the Democrats, by the way, have relied on and taken advantage of for so long. But they have seen, ever since Biden has come in, things have got worse. They have done nothing for their communities, and they want strong leadership back. There is a cultural shift going on, and AOC is so clearly out of touch. And if you listen to some of these people at the rally, yeah, they want her gone. Let's get into this hilarious video going around of people being asked about her, and also what she said about Trump in interviews in the build-up to this rally. Let's get into it.
New York City's blue. Brooklyn is blue, Queens is blue, the Bronx is blue, and he's got nowhere to go, and so he's decided to come to the South Bronx.
He's doing it in the South Bronx not to make a point, but because he's got court, and the man practically has the legal version of an ankle bracelet around him, and he can't leave the 5 boroughs because he always has to be in court. And so it is truly an embarrassment to him. And I am looking forward to the response of everyday Bronxites.
Where are you from?
The Bronx, actually.
I'm originally from the Bronx and from New York.
I'm from the Bronx.
Right here in the Bronx, New York. This is home, right here.
AOC says if you're not a Democrat, you don't belong here in the Bronx.
Right.
What do you say?
I disagree with that.
I don't think she should be here in the Bronx. I actually don't know any Democrats living in the Bronx.
Look, AOC, look at the tremendous support for Mr. Donald J. Trump.
You need to tell her then she need to stay out the Bronx because look at all the people around. Everybody's here for Trump.
I am a Democrat, and I belong here.
And who are you voting for?
Donald J. Trump.
What has AOC done for the Bronx?
She's done nothing for the Bronx. Nothing. Nothing's changed. Nothing's gotten any better.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Let her come to the Bronx and let her come among us people that struggle. She doesn't even know what struggle is.
I want to tell AOC.
Oh, here we go. What's up? What's up?
He loves it.
He does love it.
This morning, she intended to become a prophet.
Oh, it's because
And
it was
she
raining
said-
this morning, and I said God is good.
Even God doesn't want
He's
Trump
a
in
he's
the
a pastor.
He's a
Bronx because
pastor.
it's going
He's
to
a pastor,
rain.
and he
Oh
has
my
all these like he has this network of churches.
Madam Prophet
that he has
AOC,
here all of them. Say
Let's-
you have
Yeah, let
become
him cook.
a false prophet.
false prophet.
Look at what a beautiful day. That means that not only you guys want Trump in the Bronx, Because if we're going to measure that for the weather, then I would say humbly that even God wants you in the Bronx.
This guy's awesome.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good. And if I was AOC, if I was a Democrat, I would be worried if they weren't already. And look, it doesn't mean New York is suddenly going to change. I don't think many people expect it to flip like that. But again, it does show a cultural shift is happening. But we also have this video of an MSNBC reporter who went to this rally and she asked a lot of people questions, and let's just say she's perhaps a little bit surprised at what she experienced. Take a look at this video.
Dasha, you were there last night. You heard it. You talked to the people who were in that crowd. How was his message received?
Well, this might sound a little counterintuitive, but I did talk to folks in that crowd who themselves were immigrants. A lot of folks from the Dominican Republic. A lot of people that I talked to were born and raised in the Bronx. For some of them, this was their first ever Trump event. And when you talk to immigrants that are going to these Trump rallies, they agree with his message on immigration. Their point is, look, I did it the right way. I came here legally, and especially those living in New York right now, the sentiment I heard from a lot of voters was, you know, we have these immigrants right now that the city is taking care of in a way that I've never felt taken care of by this city. It was a large crowd and a diverse crowd. Yes, there were some people from Westchester, from New Jersey, but there were a lot of people there that were from the Bronx, Black and Latino voters that are sick of how much they're paying for gas and groceries, that are frustrated with the situation at the border, and that find President Biden's rhetoric when it comes to minority voters a little bit offensive. Take a listen.
Biden went on the Charlemagne the God show and said, you ain't black if you don't vote for him. I'm black because that's what how I was born and what I am. And Trump is the man that can save this country, period.
So interesting to talk to those voters, Anna, and multiple people actually mentioned that Charlemagne the God interview. I did press back with some of those folks, mentioning some of Trump's rhetoric that's been seen as racist and bigoted. They said they don't have a problem with that. They view his actions over his words in terms of what they feel he can do for their community. Again, the economy, those pocketbook issues, over and over again, top of the list.
Doctor, are these voters just not offended at all by those types of comments and some of the actions he took as president?
Yeah, no, I will say I talked to these voters about the Central Park Five. I talked to them about some of the comments that he's made and the policies beyond rhetoric, right? They are just so focused on what their lives are like right now, what they can feel tangibly, that when I push back with those comments, they shut that down. They said, listen, he might say some things. Again, they focused on the rhetoric still because they feel like that's what the media sort of, consistently puts out there. They say he might say some stuff that's offensive, but at the end of the day, I feel like my life was better under former President Trump than under President Biden. And I take all of the points that we're hearing here, but this is what I hear from voters consistently. And we see this reflected in the data as we're seeing these numbers of Black and Hispanic voters sort of getting chipped away from the Democratic Party and moving towards Trump.
Yeah, look, the media can only claim Trump is racist and play that card for so long before blacks, Hispanics, others go, wait, hold on, this just isn't quite right. Something is wrong here. I mean, a lot of people saw through it straight away, but just imagine if Trump wins. Right? Just imagine that. I think he will, unless some crazy global event happens, which wouldn't surprise me. But Trump winning, man, it's going to send these people into a huge meltdown. A meltdown we've never seen before. I can't wait. Now, to finish off this video, after Trump's appearance at the Bronx, there is now a comparison between Biden and how he speaks to black communities and Trump. Let's take a look at this. Greg Price posts on X, I can't think of a better contrast between the candidates for president than these two clips from the last week. Joe Biden went to a commencement at a historically black college. He told them they're victims and that America is an evil place that will always keep them down. Donald Trump, by comparison, went to a rally in the South Bronx, a predominantly black and Hispanic community, and told them it doesn't matter what race you are, we're going to pull together as Americans, unity versus division. Let's take a listen.
You missed your high school graduation. You started college just as George Floyd was murdered, and there was a reckoning on race. It's natural to wonder if democracy you hear about actually works for you. What is democracy? If black men are being killed in the street, what is democracy? Betrayal of broken promises still leave black communities behind. What is democracy? You have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot. And most of all, what does it mean, as we've heard before, to be a black man who loves his country, even if it doesn't love him back in equal measure?
It doesn't matter whether you're black or brown or white or whatever the hell color you are, it doesn't matter. We are all Americans, and we're going to pull together as Americans.
You know, what Biden is saying there is something Democrats always say, it's something the left always play into, the liberals play into, because it is a core fundamental of leftism, and that is the victim card. They are selling victimhood. They are telling people, hey, look, you are a victim of XYZ. And you compare that speech from Biden to Trump, which one is going to galvanize people more? Telling people they're victims and, oh, you can't succeed, America is a bad place, or Trump coming out and saying we're going to pull through this together as Americans. It's pretty obvious. The only thing Democrats have left to sell these days is fear. That's all they've got left. But leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on this rally, on Trump's speech, on AOC, on Biden. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.